Safety in the food production area. Safety features. What is food safety? Food safety refers to routines in the preparation, handling, and storage of food, meant to prevent foodborne illness and injury. Causes of accident. Excessive haste and pressure. Dito po sa accident na to, ito po yung pagiging nagmamadali po tayo or kinukulang po tayo sa oras or marami po tayo niisip or nape-pressure nga po tayo. Kaya po nag-cause po ito ng accident. Poor training. Dito naman po sa poor training, hindi pa po salapat yung ating kaalaman or hindi pa po natin alam o masyadong function o gawain. Kaya po pag minsan nagkakamali rin po tayo at ito rin po yung nagkakos ng accident sa ating workplace. Structural building faults. Dito naman po, ito po ay yung pagkakamali sa isang workplace na maaari pong mas magbigay ng mas panganib o accident sa isang workplace.
Lack of regular repair and maintenance of equipment. Equipment maintenance is any process used to keep us business equipment in reliable working order. It may include routine upkeep as well as corrective repair work. Equipment may include mechanical assets, tools, heavy off-road vehicles, and computer system.
Preventing cuts. Keep knives, forks, scissors, and other sharp utensils in a drawer with a safety latch. Keep glass objects such as drinking glasses and bowls in a hide cabinet far from reach. Store appliances with sharp blades like blender or food processors far from reach or in a locked cabinet. Preventing burns. Reduce exposure to or contact with steam, flames, flash, and hot surfaces or hot liquids with a temperature above 115 degrees. Keep sparks and open flames away from combustible and flammable materials. Have maintenance employees wear flame-resistant clothing. Preventing fires. Accessible equipment. Make sure all of your fire protection equipment, fire extinguisher, control panels, etc. are easily accessible. Also, don't block the fire sprinklers or fire alarms with anything, such as dust, debris, or paint. You don't want to hinder the functionality of your equipment. Preventing injuries from machine and equipment. Check the machine is well maintained and fit to be used. I appreciate for the job and working properly and that all the safety measures are in place: guards, isolators, locking machine, emergency of switches, etc. Use the machine properly and in accordance with the manufacturer's instruction.
Preventing falls. Fall prevention refers to guidelines and procedure adopted in order to identify person at risk of fall and to provide preventive measure in order to reduce fall risk. Preventing strain and inquiries from lifting. Stand as close to the load as possible when lifting. Bend your knees. Bend your knees and keeping your upper body upright allows you to use your legs to lift rather than your back. Grip the load. Do not lift a load if you can get a good grip. Some loads are not too heavy but are simply too large to grip easily.
This is the food safety and hygiene. First is personal hygiene. Uniform, apron, or clothes should be clean in beginning of work shift. Wear hairnet or cap. Keep finger short and clean. Avoid touching nose, mouth, hair, and skin during preparation. Do not smoke in food premise. Proper sanitation practice. Always wash your hands throughout beginning eating, drinking, smoking with the tobacco. Always wash your hands before and after using the bathroom. Shower at the end of the day and put on clean clothes. Proper food preparation and storage. Keep raw foods and ready-to-eat foods separate to avoid contamination. Use separate clean utensil and cutting board for raw foods and ready-to-eat foods, or wash the sanitized utensil and cutting board between us. Throw clean, sanitize and dry cutting board, knives, plates, and container and other utensils after using them. Throw all fruits and vegetables is clean water to remove soil bacteria.
Review of possible sources of contamination and unsanitary conditions. Major problems when handling and preparing food. Cross-contamination and how to avoid it. Many people assume that foodborne illness is mostly caused by eating at restaurants, but there are many ways in which cross-contamination can occur. Bacterial cross-contamination is defined as the transfer of bacteria or another microorganism from one substance to another. Other types of cross-contamination include the transfer of food allergens, chemicals, or toxins. There are three main types of cross-contamination. Food to food. Adding contaminated foods to non-contaminated foods really results in food-to-food cross-contamination. This allows harmful bacteria to spread and populate. Equipment to food. When equipment is not washed properly or unknowingly contaminated with bacteria, it can transfer large volumes of harmful bacteria to food. This can happen at any point during food production, both at home and in food manufacturing. Bacteria can survive for long periods on surfaces like countertops, utensils, cutting boards, storage containers, and food manufacturing equipment. People to food. Humans can easily transfer bacteria from their bodies or clothes to food during many steps of food preparation. For example, a person coughed into their hand or touched raw poultry and continued to prepare a meal without washing their hands in between. And there are side effects of cross-contamination can be mild to severe. Minor side effects include upset stomach, loss of appetite, headache, nausea, and diarrhea. Usually these side effects present within 24 hours, although they can appear weeks after exposure, make it difficult to determine the specific cause. Of course, there are ways to avoid it. Knowing the proper food purchasing and storage and proper food preparation or the proper food safety practices, this can significantly reduce your risk of cross-contamination. Thoroughly wash your hands and surfaces, properly store foods, and stay up to date with food recalls. The temperature danger zone. It refers to a temperature range in which bacteria grow and thrive. Range is to 40 to 140 Fahrenheit or 4 to 60 Celsius. Within this temperature range, bacteria can double in number in just 20 minutes. Keeping certain foods within this temperature range for too long allows foodborne pathogens such as Salmonella and E. coli to grow. Storing perishable foods at the right temperatures in your refrigerator and freezer can prevent the growth of bacteria. Plus, by cooking your food well, you can kill the most harmful bacteria. It is important to keep perishable foods above 140 Fahrenheit or below 40 Fahrenheit to prevent the growth of harmful pathogens. Temperature danger zone describes the temperature range where food is most at risk of developing harmful bacteria. Food in the danger zone is at risk of causing illness to anyone who handles or consumes it. Keeping food out of danger zone will ensure it's safe to eat by limiting the growth of bacteria. Cleaning and sanitizing equipment. Cleaning, the process of removing product residue and contaminants such as dirt, dust, or grease from the surface. Sanitizing, the process utilized to reduce viable microbial contaminants to a safe level. Cleaning and sanitizing food contact surfaces is to remove food or the nutrients that bacteria need to grow and to kill those bacteria that are present. It is important that the clean, sanitized equipment and surfaces drain dry and are stored dry so as to prevent bacteria growth. Procedures in manual dishwashing. Scrape and rinse. The purpose is to keep the wash water cleaner longer. Wash. Use warm water at 110 Fahrenheit to 120 Fahrenheit. Use a good detergent. Scrub well with a brush to remove all the traces of soil and greases. Rinse. Use clean, warm water to rinse off detergent. Change the water frequently or use running water with an overflow. Sanitize. Place utensils in a wok and immerse in hot water at 107 to 1 Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. Drain and air dry. Do not towel dry. This may recontamination utensils. Do not touch food contact surfaces of sanitized dishes, glasses, and silverware. For mechanical dishwashing, scrape and rinse. Rack dishes so that dishwasher spray will strike all surfaces. Run machine for a full cycle. Sanitize being guided by the following sanitizing temperature: 180 Fahrenheit or 82 Celsius for machines that sanitize it, 140 Fahrenheit or 60 Celsius for machine that sanitize by chemical disinfectant. Air dry and inspect dishes. Do not touch food contact surfaces.
This is the 5 food safety rule. Number 1, use safe water and ingredients. Number 2, keep your hands, utensil, and surface clean. Number 3, cook food thoroughly. Number 4, keep food and safe temperature. Number 5, separate the raw and cooked food.